Hello, I am Maria Baca and I'm an academic consultant and teacher training for Publications. I'm so glad to be here. I wish I could see you face to face though, but it's a new era and we all have to adapt whether we like it or not. We've been through hard times, but it's okay. It seems that everything will be back to normal soon, and we will be together again. Well, today's presentation will be about playing games, about fun, having fun, and learning at the same time. Because we should be happy in our classrooms, and our students should be happy. Or else they will not learn as easily and fast. So let's see. As the Irish poet William Butler Yeats says, education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire. And that is the question. How can we light a fire in our classrooms? How can we see the spark in our students' eyes? That's the question. Well, a very good idea is with fun games. Play and learn, learn and play. Well, we all love games. Teachers love games, students love games. You use games? Well, that's a rhetorical question. Yes, I'm sure that you use games in your lessons, in your classrooms. For example, here we see for kids playing hot potato, you know, the game. Well, to play that game, we need some answers, some questions, some answers, and a ball, or just a piece of paper. This is your piece of paper, and here is your ball. It's that simple. You toss the ball to a student. The student makes a question and tosses the ball to another student who gives the answer, and so on. It's a movement game. It's a nice game. It's fun. Well, another question for you here. Why use games in the junior classroom? Wow. They're motivating. They're fun. We need to give motivation. We need to give stimulus to our students. We want them to have fun. We don't want them to be bored or tired. Motivation brings knowledge, brings fast learning. Well, children like them. We like them too. Playing games is a natural part of growing up and learning. Games provide realistic situations. For example, we play role games. The kids forget the external reality and focus on the game reality. And games bring the target language to life. What does it mean? They have to speak English to play. They've got a very good motive. They need to use the language to play, to have fun, to win. So, excuse me, games bring the target language to life. It also ensures interaction. Of course, we need interaction. This presentation was meant to be interactive, highly interactive. If we were together somewhere else and not the internet, we would play a lot. Well, playing your games promote cooperation and communication. We shouldn't forget the 21st century skills of cooperation and communication. We need to promote these two skills in our classrooms. And playing games is a great opportunity for our students to cooperate and communicate while having fun and learning at the same time. So it adds variety. A game adds variety to a lesson, and we need our students to be engaged and motivated and interested. So playing a game is a great opportunity to attract their attention and interest. Well, we've got different types of games. R for rousers and S for settlers. What are rousers? What do rousers do? They make a class get up. They make the adrenaline going. They get excessive energy out of a group. If we've got students that are very energetic, they are very loud. What can we do? Play a rouser game. We've also got S for settlers. What are settlers? What do settlers do in our classrooms? They calm a class down. It's another way to settle a class down, playing a settler. Let's be more specific. I'll give you some, I'll give you some examples. Browsers. Movement, we've got movement games. Kids love to move. We've got games which involve an element of competition. They love to compete, but they have to learn to be good athletes, good players. They have to learn how to win and lose sometimes. That's life. We've got guessing games. That's a very nice game, a guessing game. We also got games which require children to speak so that they practice. And what about settlers? Well, we've got craft activities, games focusing on listening because they have to pay attention. Writing games, that's not a very easy option. They won't like it very much. And we've got board games. Well, I'll give you some examples. This is a movement game. All the games, all the ideas all the ideas of games I'm giving you during this presentation come from our new junior series, BFF, Best Friends Forever, which is my favorite. Well, so an option we've got here is to place it down if. Well, what would you say? Sit down if you've got red hair. Sit down if you're wearing pink t-shirts. Sit down if you got long hair. Sit down if you're a boy and you've got long hair. And so on. It's fun. They're gonna laugh. They really, really like these movement games. Well, a board game now. We had a rouser. Now we've got a settler. Well, a board game. This is a board game, a revision board game, which revises modules 5 to 8. So a lot of, well, we've got vocabulary and grammar revised here while they're having fun. Do you like vegetables? They can guess the grammatical phenomenon. It's Saturday. Let's go to the. They'll find an item of vocabulary. Where is the restaurant? Prepositions. Do they brush their teeth every day? Daily routines. Present simple. Well, and so on. It's nice. It's a great opportunity for them to revise the vocabulary and grammar they've been taught during modules 5 to 8. And I've got something else for you. How to transform a settler into a rouser. Well, we can play the board game as usual, but we can transform it into a rouser. For example, we can assign a project. We can assign as a project what the kids to the students to be grouped in pairs or in groups of four and make their own board game. For example, here our board game 5 to 8 can become a gigantic human with human dimensions game, like in the photo, like in the picture. Each student can write down a question or instructions numbered, and they can add it, they can stick it on the floor. Then they can make a big dice, as in the picture, as shown in the picture, and instead of pawns, the children themselves can be the pawns and play. Well, that's an idea that my students love. Well, when do we use rousers? That's an easy one. When we want to change or lighten the mood in the classroom. Let's say after an exam. Oh, you can imagine kids after an exam. Well, we want to lighten the mood, so we can play a rouser, a movement and competition game. When do we use settlers? When our class is rowdy and we want to calm them down. Well, when they are very loud, when they are a bit aggressive, when they look very tired, we can use a settler. Well, imagine your class when the kids are rowdy. Imagine asking them to play pantomime. Peace and quiet. It's great. Well, a line game. Here I've got, two of my students, let's say. Well, a line game. This is from BFF, and it's easy for everyone, even from for the shyest or weakest of your students. A weak student can read, while a student that is more confident can talk. Well, hello, hi, how are you? Fine, thank you. What's your name? I'm Lucy. How old are you? I'm 8. Goodbye. Bye. It's easy, and it gives the opportunity to all levels of students to participate and do a drill. Well, let's go on. A guessing game. Well, we're going to need a blindfold. Let's say that this is a student with a blindfold. We also need a box with a school object in it. The student is going to guess what the object is. So she can ask questions, and the other student can give answers. It's an oral drill, and we can have a lot of fun while playing it. Well, let's go on. A memory game. Memory games are always very useful. They're not so easy all the time, but they're very useful. Well, look, point, and say with a partner. We've got communication and cooperation again. We have the children. Look at the picture carefully, focus on the picture, and then, without looking at the picture, they ask questions and give answers, or they just describe what they've already seen. We can make a survey in class. It looks a bit difficult, but it isn't. It's nice and fun. Kids have to collect and present information. For example, you give your information and your best friends information, and then after you've collected the information, you have to present the results of your survey. What else? Aha, oh, my favorite, stories. Of course, we've got lots of stories in BFF series. This is one of them, In the Jungle. Well, um, you will listen to the story. Well, we can listen to the story, then we can have our students read in chorus all together, and then we can, of course, do something which is very fun and interesting. We can dramatize the story. If you dramatize a story, you'll need, for example, here a Lizzie, a Mimi, a Henry. What else? Um, some tall trees, an angry lion, angry or hungry, I would say, and a nice little river. Well, there are roles in a story for everyone, even for the shyest of our students. They can be the tall trees, they can be the hungry lion, or the quiet river. Well, our students, after they've listened, read, and dramatized the story, they will be more than glad to go on. They will have revised vocabulary, grammar, and they will have been taught about a value. The value of this story is friends can be different. Well, useful stuff. Well, after all these things, we can go on to another type of game based on the story, which is storytelling. It's not so easy, but it's fun. Tell me a story. One person starts off a story with 4 words. The next person adds 4 more words, and the next, and the next, and so on. For example, child one, Once upon a time, there lived a baby elephant in the jungle. Her name was Lizzie. And they tell the story, they can retell the story all together in the classroom. Let's play something else now. True or false. Let's play true or false, and we can make it more live. Well, here we've got super moves from BFF. There are animals, so there are kids, there are activities, and they can play. They look at the picture and they write T for true, F for false, or DK for don't know. Here we've got HOTS. Super moves. Develop HOTS. What's that? Higher order thinking skills. Critical thinking skills, which are necessary for our kids. We want them to think critically, to develop this kind of skill. And the sub skills, of course, for example, synthesizing, analyzing, reasoning, comprehending, application, evaluation, and so on. And these super moves pages are ideal for practicing, for developing and practicing high order thinking skills. So the emerging truth is that a well-designed game can be highly motivating for our students, can provide an ideal learning environment. And BFF Junior Series, which has been completed with BFF B for Junior B class, has been welcomed by many, very enthusiastically, by many teachers and students. Zippy, my favorite hero, is the main character of BFF series. And of course, he visits kids around Greece, organizing parties and playing fun educational games. You love Zippy. Well, so tell me and I'll forget. Show me and I may remember. Involve me and I will understand. I will learn, as a Chinese proverb said. Well, I'll be glad. This is our email. I'll be glad to receive your emails with your ideas about games, with the favorite games of your students, and well, I'd like to keep in touch. Well, best friends forever. As I've already told you, the series have been completed. We've got BFF for Junior A and Junior B. The student's book, the workbook, and the companion grammar in one book. Here, well, we should say that the 21st century competencies that you all know have been included in the series, and all these things are practiced and developed in our series. Well, BFF includes a variety of songs, stories, factual texts, cross-curricular learning, and cross-curricular topics, including also all skills and sub-skills needed. We've got student's book, ABC book, workbook, companion and grammar book, a test booklet, and series students digital material for your students. Lots of useful tools for you as teachers. A teacher's book, a teacher's edition of the workbook and companion, flashcards, interactive whiteboard material, including videos and interactive games, posters and readers, and of course, your digital resources, teachers' digital resources, with class audio material, tests, teacher tests and listening transcripts, self-evaluation sheets, video worksheets, and teacher's guide. We've also got teacher's notes for the ABC book and material, printable material for special days. You're going to see some spreads from the student's book here. We've got our text here is a song, as long as along with the vocabulary and grammar taught in here. In the second lesson, we've got our strip cartoon with Zippy and his friends. A different type of text here. We've got a factual text in our third lesson. Our fourth lesson with play and write. That's what they have to do. They have to play a game. Remember the games I've shown you? And they have to do projects. This is our writing task in the form of a project. A clear page with cross-curricular information and a round-up. A sample of our video worksheets, because they have to watch a video for a purpose, so we give them activities before watching, while watching, and after watching to do. Our stories, revising vocabulary and grammar, and having a type of reading comprehension activity. And some samples from our workbook. It's all illustrated, fun. It looks like a student's book. To be honest, here is the project. We've got a separate pack with their projects, so that you can, so that they can present them and you can hang them on the walls of the classroom. The clue page and the revision page. This spread with the self-evaluation sheets and super moves. Our BFF companion with vocabulary and grammar analysis is grouped. Vocabulary is grouped and categorized very neatly. The grammar is in Greek, and we've also got activities testing vocabulary. The second part of the companion, which is a separate grammar book, present a small presentation of the excuse me, a small presentation of the grammar and grammar practice, of course. The teacher's book, which is very, very rich, and it's got material and for all teachers. And last but not least, for our series, our senior classes series, Portal to English 1 to 4. It has been completed, and this year it's gonna have revised companions. These are the revised edition of Portal to English Companions. We've got the vocabulary clearly color-coded. Active vocabulary, the active vocabulary is in bold and color. The passive vocabulary is with an asterisk, and it's in bold but black. Well, I think we're running out of time. At this point, I will have to thank you all for being here today. Thank you for your time, your patience, and your interest. A big thank you to the ELT News, of course, for this great initiative, this great idea, the online, the first online forum. I would well, this is our email again. My colleagues and I will be more than glad to receive your emails and answer your queries, questions, or see whatever you want to tell us, your comments and suggestions. Well, Publications has always been and will always be by your side, because difficult times tend to bring us closer together. Well, I would like to thank you once again. Stay safe, stay strong. Thank you.